Hey, you know who we are. I'm Coco, and you are?
My name's Coco, too.
Welcome to Coco's Talk, right here in Washington, D.C., the DMV area, where you know it's the best place to be. But let me tell you a little bit. We have an exceptional guest today. We have a psychotherapist. Her name is Angel, and she's here to tell us everything we need to know about our psyche, okay? But first, I want you to make sure you like, share, and subscribe because this is the hottest podcast you have ever seen. All right? Let me tell you something. Let's get into the song of the day that I technically don't know the words to, but we're about to do this. Remix! You got to start it off,
Yes.
Angel.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm waiting for you to read the words. Okay. All right. Bless me, God on me. Death has been defeated. He is our victory.
Victory.
Bless me, God is just for me. But so everyone around me can have everything they need.
Everything.
Let all the folks that love me have everything they need.
Everything you need, okay? Angel got everything you need.
We all need therapy. We all need God.
Yes, we do. What am I trying to say?
Amen, amen.
God's favorite.
Okay.
Period, Pooh. Now let's get into it.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Angel.
Hello.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a therapist.
Okay.
I have a book,
Okay.
a premarital workbook, and I have some games that are therapeutic in nature, but they are fun.
And we're going to play one today. So, guys, once we play it, you can go to our website and buy them all. Thank you.
And this Coco has played it before.
Yes, I have.
So was it fun?
Yes, it was.
All right.
I love that for you. You got a lot going on, and I love it. Tell me what you like about being a therapist.
I like that it is a dumping ground for people.
Okay.
They can come, dump, and it never sees the light of day.
Dump and never see the light of day.
Never see the light
I
of day.
never thought of it like that. Because when I go to therapy on Mondays, I just be dumping on that lady. I think I be stressing her out.
I don't think so. I don't think so. We're used to it. We compartmentalize.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's a good thing. I do that as well because everything can't go with you. Uh-huh. Well, tell us about your family.
Oh.
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
So I am from Maryland.
Okay.
I lived in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia.
Okay, DMV finest.
I've lived all over. Let's see here. I am married.
Okay.
I've known my husband since elementary school.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
cute.
So our children go to the same elementary school right now.
Oh,
So it's
Ooh.
like full circle.
That is
Yes.
Do y'all have a white picket fence?
No. Look, I didn't think about it.
I was like,
a fairy tale, maybe?
No.
that's so cute, but keep going.
Yes, so we have two children. I have a son who is 11 and a daughter who's 8.
Okay.
Oh, that is
And
so
that
cute.
baby girl, y'all.
Yeah.
She be getting her hair done and everything.
She comes, she comes to the shop with
She's
me.
a little diva princess.
She is.
I love that.
She is definitely a diva.
So with that being said, you being a therapist, how is it for you to not diagnose everyone in your family, like extended family? Like, do you do that?
Who says I haven't?
Oh, tell a T. Tell a T.
You know, it's when you've been doing this for as long as I've been doing it I've been in the social service field for almost 20 years.
Okay.
So when you've been doing it for this long, you can't help it. It's natural, so you don't turn it off.
Okay.
What you do learn to do is not follow through.
Okay.
So like,
Okay.
once I see it, I name it and then I let it go.
Ooh. How do you do that? Compartmentalize.
I learn to compartmentalize.
Wow.
So do you feel like your childhood played a role in you becoming a therapist, or is being a therapist something you always wanted to do, or is it something that just kind of came to?
Ooh, I have two answers for that. I'm trying to figure out what is the appropriate one to
Just say it.
Well, you are a product of your environment,
Facts.
right? So, my mom is a little off the chain. So I think that kind of sparked my interest. like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Mhm.
Is everyone like that?
Our
or is it
moms
just
are.
her?
Right.
Our moms are.
If they came in here, you'll be diagnosed and everything.
So, you know, I mean, so yeah, and I took an AP class in high school in
Okay.
psychology, and I never stopped.
Wow.
Yep, I never just went through with psychology.
So what's the second answer to that?
I mean, that is interesting, and that I want to know how people think, but that's not really true.
That's not really true. You want to know what was wrong with
I
her.
wanted to know what was going on.
What was going on? Right.
And then I learned it's really not.
Right. So you're married, right?
Mhm.
You've been with your husband, and you guys at least known each other literally your entire life.
This year is be 14 years married.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
beautiful.
we started dating when I was in high school, then off and on until we got married.
I love that.
Mhm.
Now, how does he handle you being a therapist?
I mean, I think he's used to it, but I did ask him, does he think that I like therapy him?
Right.
And he said no.
Oh wow.
Oh,
So-
well, that's good, because if I was a therapist, I'd be like, listen, bro, you need to go get yourself checked out, because I heard that.
I mean, I do use the tools, right?
Okay.
And so this premarital workbook, we were the guinea pigs. So
Okay.
I would create a section and then say, we need to do it.
Okay.
And then tweak it from that.
Okay.
Oh,
so
that's super
good.
supportive.
Yeah, it is. And it's just like, what better way to create something like that than by experience?
Yeah, I
Right.
wanted to test it out myself
Yeah.
before I started
Right.
giving it to other people.
Right.
Right.
You needed to
Yeah.
know if it worked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did he respond to it when it was difficult times?
I have to say, and this isn't me, saying the politically correct thing. I really think that he was raised well.
Okay.
Oh,
So he was
wow.
not raised to like veer away from uncomfortable
Conversations, yeah.
And he wasn't raised to be dishonest. Like
Right.
we have a lot of the same core values. That's why it works. So
I love
That's
that.
what's up.
I love
I
that.
think that's important.
Yeah.
very.
That is okay.
I would have been like,
Your spouse needs to be your best friend.
They do. They do.
They need to be your best friend.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
they're not, then you in trouble. You in trouble.
You are.
For it to be
Because-
a lifetime.
Yes, because
Yeah.
you'll be at war. Spiritual warfare
Yeah.
Yeah.
will be running havoc.
Yeah.
So I understand that. How do you parent your children with your mindset of just being a therapist, a mother, a friend to them? Like, how do you parent your children through the eyes of this crazy world we are in right now?
I mean, it's parenting is a never-ending cycle of learning,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because when you get used to them one age and stage, then it changes.
Right.
Then you gotta get used to a whole nother age and stage, and then it changes.
Right.
Of course.
And then so you have to keep evolving
I like that.
with them for sure.
Mhm.
But as far as we set boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
I do use the research that I know in my head.
Okay.
To help them and implement that. So, like, for example, social media and, internet.
Yeah.
They are only allow electronics on the weekends.
Oh, that's so good.
So, Monday through Thursday, it's work.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a family motto. We
Okay.
pray hard, we work hard,
I
and then
love
we play
that.
hard.
Okay.
So they get to play Friday, Saturday, and half of Sunday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Monday through Thursday, we work. All of us work. All four of us work.
I love
And so
that.
I want to
So-
piggyback off of that with the social media thing. Do you feel like with the uptick of social media and everybody is just so invested in it, do you think it affects people's mental health?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So let me explain how what it does to your brain.
Okay.
Please.
So when
Please.
you have a question,
Right.
right? What do we do now?
Google
We
it.
Google it.
Right.
And we get it in like a matter of 30 seconds.
Or less.
Or less.
Yeah.
So imagine you being in the world and you want something and
Yeah.
you can't get it
The instant
in 30
gratification.
seconds or less.
Mhm.
Right.
Right? So the instant gratification is not being met.
Yeah.
So they don't know how to process things.
They don't.
They don't know how to remember when we used to go to the library?
Yeah.
You had to like check in, get the card, go to the little box,
Yes.
figure that out, then go find the book. It was a
Right.
process to
Yes.
get to know something.
Yes.
So when something doesn't move as fast as we want it to, we are good with that.
Right.
Mhm.
Children nowadays are not.
They are
Because
not.
they're used to like this. You go out to dinner and you see children on a
On
tablet.
the tablet. On the phone, scrolling.
And not engaging with the people at the table.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It blows my mind that people still like let that happen.
It happens.
I think it's in adults too, though, right?
Yeah.
So we don't. So that's another rule we have in our house: no electronics at the table.
Yeah.
Period. If we're eating breakfast, lunch, a snack, I don't care. No tablets, no phones at the table.
I love that.
Me too.
But you have to, so the research that I do learn, I do implement at home.
Good.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you to slide me some of them tips.
Yeah,
Cause baby, I might be scrolling doing some work while I'm eating. I'll be like, look, hold up.
So I forgot. The instant gratification increases your dopamine.
Right.
Your dopamine is your happy feeling.
Yes.
Right. And so if I don't get that, doing something else, you're going to seek something that increases your dopamine.
And I know for me, like sometimes I have to take a social media break because sometimes I feel like it triggers my anxiety. And I think it's just like
You think it's the content?
And it's the constant, and I think it's like the constant flow of things. Like I realized with Instagram is like so many videos, so many pictures and stuff like that. I think brain goes into overload.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why we have a lot of anxious people too, because like you said, it's instant gratification.
Yeah.
Then it's overload, and then it's just like,
Well, and
bonkers.
some of it, which drives me nuts, please do not let TikTok diagnose you. You have no idea.
My TikTok therapist ain't right.
You have no idea how many times I'll get a client that'll say, well, I was watching TikTok and they said I had anxiety. What?
Right.
What? They said I had depression. They said, I'm like, what are you talking about?
People really believe this stuff?
They do. They do.
Really?
They do. Yeah.
See, when I go to social media to watch like
fun.
crazy funny memes, and I send it to people, and I'm laughing when I got some downtime.
Right.
Like, I don't go to social media for anything other than just laughing like something real stupid. Like, that's it.
I bet you have boundaries in
I
real
do.
life, right?
In real life,
and so people that don't have boundaries, they'll just watch whatever's on their feed.
Right.
So if it's negative, if it's
I don't do
pornography,
do
if
that
it's
on my
any of that,
feed.
they'll just watch it. But if something come up that you don't like, you be like, oh my God, you don't want it.
And
right?
they ask you, are you interested? I'm like, no.
No,
Yeah,
right.
you do.
And so people
Yeah.
that don't have boundaries
Right.
will just watch that shit
You
for
keep
hours.
watching it.
Yeah.
For hours. It's like a black hole.
Let me tell you, the first time I went on TikTok, and I was scared of it after that. I sat down on the couch, right? I know it was daytime when I sat on the couch.
That's terrible.
And when I finished, it was nighttime.
Yes.
I said, oh no. I deleted the app and everything. I was like, oh no.
I won't even download it.
And I won't.
Dang.
I have TikTok now, but I do not use it because
on it.
TikTok. Think about it. TikTok is taking your time
Your
away.
time. Girl. That is a word.
Come on now. Mary had a little lamb.
That is a word.
Taking your time away.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
got
have
things to do.
Yes.
I'm a busy woman.
And I noticed too, like in so many personal settings and social settings, people reference TikTok for everything.
TikTok
Restaurants,
University.
hairstyles.
It's called TikTok
Yeah,
University.
it's just like everything is so based on that now. Like it's
Right.
really like digital reality. Like it forms
It's
the
not
narrative of
really
everybody's
reality.
day to day.
It really is. It's terrible.
It is terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm not on it on purpose.
Well,
Yeah.
there's
On
some
purpose.
things that you might like want to go there for. Like, let's say for instance, if I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going somewhere and they may have certain dress code, and I might say, you know what? Let me look at TikTok University for an outfit of the day. It's called OOTD.
Oh yeah, no, I don't do that either. Though. Yeah, that was
OOTD.
Yeah,
Outfit of the day or
outfit
something.
of the day.
Oh wow.
Yes, and you go on there and you look, and they might. And I said I need to be on there to get paid to do the outfit of the day.
You should.
I should.
You should.
But I go on there, I be like, oh, if it's something like, I don't need nobody to tell me what to wear, but like, I'll do something like that, like
Right.
something stupid like that. But TikTok, I don't even go there for my funnies.
Yeah.
I stay on Instagram for my funnies.
Yeah.
I don't have a TikTok account, and
I
I
don't
don't.
either.
And I don't.
You're not
manage-
missing anything.
I don't manage my social media. I have someone that does that for me because I'm not on it on purpose.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
need somebody to
On
manage our
purpose.
social
I
media.
told her that.
We suck.
We
suck.
do real bad.
I do too.
So let me ask you a question too. Do you feel like social media has not only affected people's, I guess it affects people's mental health, but it's also starting to affect, are you starting to deal with a lot of people with confidence issues?
I'm trying to think if it has increased,
Okay.
right? Because self-esteem is common,
Right.
a common issue.
Yeah.
When you just compare yourself to other people in
Right.
general, whether it's people at school, people on social media. I don't know if it's increased because I think that models, so it's basically models that have, or someone or a child or a person that aspires to be one that has a lot of body issues. Yeah. Or dancers.
Right.
Ballerinas are the worst. They
got bad feet. I'm just playing, y'all. If you're a ballerina, that was a jokey joke. I got that off of TikTok.
I do think ballerinas should, those dance companies should have therapy built in.
Yeah.
Because the body issues for ballerinas, I mean, it is out of this world. Yeah. It's out of this world.
Well, something that's in your wheelhouse and which is relationships. And I hate to keep tapping into social media. However, it's what's happening today.
Right.
How is social media affecting relationships these days?
It's down the
It's down the pipe, right?
So you have no idea how many relationships are ruined.
Yeah.
From social media.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Whether it's, why are you liking that person's photo?
Right.
Yeah.
Who's DMing you?
Yeah.
Who are you meeting up with
Right.
that you met on? I mean, it is I'm sorry, y'all. Social media is the devil. I really believe that.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
There's a little, good things on
There's
social
some
media.
good things.
But majority of it is not.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I just, I don't like it at all.
I agree with that.
So why do you think, why are men and women at odds with each other right now? Psychologically. Well, listen, we going in.
So, I mean, honestly, I think social media has a lot to do with it, right? Because they're looking at social media and they're, for the lack of a better term, feasting.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if you have a wife at home who's had children, yada, 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 but you're on social media looking at these women who are half naked, have these BBLs, all these things, you're, like, feasting on fiction.
Right.
And so at home, it's reality.
Yeah.
And now you're not satisfied with reality.
Right.
Now you want fiction.
Right. Your wife is not
And
enough.
that's not her. And vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Eyes are the gateway to the soul.
That are looking at men on social media. What is it? Thirst traps Thursdays or something?
What is that?
Thirst trap Thursday? Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursdays?
Or also they looking at these different lifestyles, like these men with these lifestyles, like the Diddy stuff.
Oh.
Like that's a good example of how social media works and messes with people like mental stuff. Cause like, oh, I want a guy that's gonna take care of me and do this and do that, but like you said, you don't know the background of that shit.
Yeah.
Well, I always tell all females that say they want a man to take care of them.
Right.
And what I tell them is that the way that the man treats his stuff is the way that he's going to treat you.
Or the way he treats his mother.
We ain't even get to the mama because all they're looking at is what can you do for me? What can you buy?
Right. What have you done for me lately?
What gap can you fill that I can't feel myself?
Right.
So the way a man treats his stuff is the way he's going to treat you.
Men that are into money.
Right.
Yeah.
When they idolize money.
Right.
When, that's.
I need to pay attention to that.
Mary had a little
not all men, just the men that are, like, I need to get these shoes, I need to get this Gucci, I need to get this Prada, I need to, so
they materialistic.
It's not.
So, do you think he's gonna treat you like a human being?
No,
it's nothing to them.
You're just a trophy.
Yeah. And where does the trophy go?
On a shelf. Probably this one that's behind me.
Under the lights.
Turn on the lights for me, baby. Well, with all this, and you have so many people coming to you, how do you take care of yourself?
So I love the spa.
Okay.
That's my thing. That's
Okay.
my thing.
Me too.
Self-care is important.
Okay.
I have learned what it's like to not take care of yourself.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay,
so the spa is your thing.
The spa is my thing, and I have to shut down.
Am I saying, so how do you take care of yourself mentally when everybody's like dumping on you? Like, is it moments where like somebody might come and like share a story or whatever, and like, does it like affect you? Like, is it moments where you be like, down or sad, or like do you carry it home with you?
I have a few stories that I would never forget.
Wow.
Yeah, that I would never forget. It's not a lot, but there's a few that I'm like, oh,
Just
like,
heartbroken.
Just heartbroken.
How do you not take it into the house with you?
Honestly, those few ones I do. I do.
Right.
And really, honestly, God helps me. He helps me through it. So
It takes a special person to deal with the mind.
Right.
Because a lot of times people know when you're sick in the hospital, you may have cancer or something like that. People are so empathetic and sympathetic to those things. Or you broke a leg, or you can physically see when someone's hurting. But when you're dealing with someone's mind and they're hurting, that affects you just as bad as disease or physical.
it can be worse.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be. Have you ever met someone who has major depression?
Yes.
Yeah, they don't move.
Yeah, they do.
Taking a shower is a big
it's
deal.
a big deal.
It's like celebrate that.
Right.
Because they are truly debilitated and stuck with like invisible chains on a bed.
Ooh, invisible chains on the bed. Girl, you got something right there. Invisible chains on the bed. Somebody gonna walk up to me, I'll be like, do you got invisible chains on your bed? Because I don't want to deal with this today. How many chains you got? Four?
Yeah, I mean,
How do you get someone out of those invisible chains into the shower to eat again?
I have to find the carrot.
What's the carrot?
The carrot that motivates them, something that they want.
Right.
I have to find it.
Right.
Finding it is the hard part.
Right.
Yeah.
Finding it is the hard part. Getting them to go after it is not. You just do baby steps toward it. But it's finding the carrot.
Where do you find that patience?
Ooh, where do I find the patience? I don't know.
Because I'll be like,
I
get
don't know.
your ass up. Now look at me. Look at me as a therapist. Get your ass up and take a shower. Ain't nobody got time for this. I'm coming over there now. What are you going to do today? You gonna shower or not?
The worst therapist ever.
The worst therapist in the world. God ain't give me that gift. He did not give it to me. Get your ass up.
So no, honestly, I sometimes ask them who do they have in their life that will come over and pull them out. I do ask.
Look at you.
I know.
Got to fix the hair.
So
In her mouth.
She's my hairstylist, y'all. I need y'all to know. I know Cookout.
got to fix the
She's
hair.
been doing my hair for years.
Yeah, make sure she is presented well.
She didn't even know I was a therapist for years.
Yes. So
She did not know.
I really don't ask my clients what they do.
I would be busy.
I always try to build like a different relationship. Like, cause we live in the DMV, and the first thing people ask you is, "What do you do?"
Teddy said that the other day,
and
and that's so weird.
It's
not weird.
It is weird.
It's not weird. We live in a political climate, and they
do.
want to know, what can you do for me?
Yes.
Are you a resource?
And I don't like to build, so I don't build things.
But
based
nobody
on that.
better ask me what I do.
I
I'm gonna tell them I twerk. I twerk.
used to a lot of people and make stuff up for the longest time. Yeah, because I'm like,
Why?
what does it matter what I do?
Ah.
But so I didn't know, and then once they told me, I was like, oh my God, you're a therapist. So then you think, is she be analyzing my little crazy butt? Because I know I'm off the chain.
No, you real crazy. You definitely need help.
That's true. She didn't know.
How about? But the thing about it is, okay. So I've read this that a lot of and I'm not calling you voodoo. Okay. So let's disclaimer. A lot of the people that did voodoo were hairstylists, and they were able to
Take people's
to
hair?
take people's hair, but also they also help people with their problems, like a therapist in Louisiana. Girl, go and read about it. I've stuck you for a second. I'm gonna send it to you. And I was like, woo! But because a lot of hairstylists, I'm not saying they voodoo, I'm taking the voodoo out, but a lot of hairstylists really relates to their clients through their hair.
Yeah. I mean, well, and just like a barbershop, right?
Yeah.
You go in, you have the
Right.
barbershop
It's
talk.
therapy, right.
You have
It's like a dumping session too.
It is.
Yeah.
Except for it doesn't stay.
It doesn't say.
Because people
like,
run
girl, you heard about
They
She was sleeping with her. You know, she was in that chair. She was in that chair.
And I was talking to a friend. It's funny because I was talking to a friend the other day, and it was like, you actually gotta be mindful of the things you say this along.
You do.
Because you don't know who's there.
Who's
might
there.
be
Who knows who knows who.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you gotta be mindful of things like that. So with the therapist, guys, you don't have to worry about that. All
You
your
don't.
secrets are safe. Because, like, so let me
I
ask you a
hope
question,
so.
too. Do you feel like, have you ever had people that, like, no matter how much comfort you give them, do you still feel like they have, like, a level of resistance?
So that means they're not a good match for me, and I'm not a good match for them.
Oh.
And that's
How do y'all
okay.
break up?
How do we break up? We just say, I just say it. And I give them an out too. Because I
Yeah.
say, I don't know if this is working, for us. I really want you to get some help. Let me refer you to someone I think may be a better fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that happen often?
Have I gotten fired? I've gotten fired, and I fired other people. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because so I'm a solution-focused therapist.
Yes.
Okay.
So when you come to me, I need you to be ready to work. If you are not ready to work, I'm not the one for you.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to just sit here and listen to you vent all day, every day.
And
You
you're not
can
doing
do
anything
that.
about it.
Right. You can do that, absolutely, but that's not solution focused.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Solution focused therapist. I like that. Let's focus on the solutions. The solution is I don't know what the solution is.
Go to therapy and figure it out.
Go to therapy and figure it out.
So that was my next question. And with it being Men's Mental Health Month, and a lot of men are resistant to therapy.
Yes, they are.
A lot of men,
Especially
So-
black men.
especially black men. So you being a therapist, and you're having all these different situations and stuff with people. How do you, when you have men that come in, how do you make them comfortable? Or if a man was thinking about doing therapy or was scared to do therapy, what would your advice be to them to
Seek therapy.
to open that door?
I would just say try it out.
Right.
Just like, if you've never been on a roller coaster, get on one and try it out. See if you like it. You
That
gotta
part.
try it.
Yeah.
Right? If they've never had sushi before, try it.
Right.
You don't know if you like it or not. So I would tell them just to try it.
Right.
There's no harm, no foul.
Right.
Try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
But it's so for some people, it's so much shame with it. Like now, I
There's
think
a stigma.
Yeah, it's a stigma.
Yeah.
So right now, I feel like therapy is cool right now, right? Like it's become cool. Like now it's like, oh, I go to therapy. Like people now, every time you turn around somebody, oh, I go to therapy. But
That's
years
me.
ago,
That's me.
you wouldn't know that people did therapy
Yep.
in the closet.
Yep.
And now it's like a cool type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
So COVID changed that.
okay.
So I would say 2021, we saw a spike.
Uptick.
In black men, just black people in
Right.
general, seeking therapy. Like now, I get phone calls and they call me and ask me, "Can I get a BIPOC therapist?"
What's a BIPOC?
So a BIPOC is a black indigenous person of color. So basically, anyone that's not white.
Oh, really?
Do you? Yeah, I want a therapist. Yeah, because
Yeah.
they want someone that can relate to them. So you asked me earlier about what do I do when a male comes to therapy? How do I make them comfortable?
Yeah.
People don't know this about me because some people think I'm a diva, and I'm bougie and I'm stuck up, but I'm actually really not.
Right.
And when people realize that,
You're just down to earth.
They relax.
Right.
They relax. Because I'm not here to judge you. I'm
Right.
just here to help you. I need to
Right.
know what's going on.
Right.
And I try to help them feel
So
that.
it's funny that you said that since COVID, because do you feel like, I always feel like, I personally think COVID changed the mental state of people. And I said the first way I think it changed the mental state of people is it took away the smile. And I say that was because everybody was wearing masks and stuff like that. So when you,
That does make sense.
you know what I'm saying? So when you come across people, you see somebody you just don't,
I
there's
like
no
that.
feeling,
Yeah.
no emotion, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like COVID ruined the world by taking away the smile. I think it ruined the kids. I think the kids are affected the most.
They're a little
I think
slow.
all those kids are going to be adults that need COVID. But I mean, that therapy, really, really bad. I think those kids are just screwed. All our kids, they need help. But then, you notice that it changed a lot of people's mental state.
Right.
It really,
So what happened was it isolated you.
Yeah.
So guess what you had to do? You had to look at yourself.
Right.
You couldn't blame
Solitary
work.
confinement.
Yeah, you couldn't blame work. You couldn't blame this person because you weren't around this person.
Right.
Right.
You couldn't blame this. You couldn't blame that. You could only
Blame-
look at you.
look at
Right.
yourself.
And say, I need to do
This-
something about
this,
that.
not that.
So it magnified what was going on internally.
Right.
And so it forced people to say, what's going on? I mean, it happened to me, right? So when I said earlier that self-care, I learned the hard way. So I was working in a methadone clinic. And I was the director. And what people don't know is that the COVID symptoms are the same and almost identical to people going through withdrawal. Yes. So, right, so fever.
Yeah.
You get that in withdrawal, right? It's a whole list of things. So I didn't know who had COVID. None of us did.
Right.
None of us did. So going to work was like, when I say stressful,
A nightmare.
because I had to come home to my baby and my husband, and I didn't want to like pass on anything that I possibly had gotten there. So it was so stressful. My physical health started to decline. Like I went and got my blood work done, and it was abnormal. I've never had abnormal blood work in my life. And so my son, who was he was like 7 at the time. And he asked me, so this is what, it fucked my head up, okay? He asked me, Mom, are you gonna let that job kill you or are you gonna quit?
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
Words spoken to a child.
That was like, I'm done. So for my young child to see the decline in his mother, that messed me up. I was done. I said, oh no, I can't stay.
So you had to go.
I left.
I'm so proud of you. That was so bold.
And launched my private practice.
So I feel
That's how it was birthed.
I feel like some great things came from COVID too.
I was just about to say
I
that.
feel like it was a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people really, like you said,
It's a reset.
Yeah, people, and people got a lot of downtime that they never had before, and like people were able to flourish in things that was like they
make
never
decisions about their life.
Like you
take
said,
on go to therapy. New businesses.
Yeah.
A lot of things happened during COVID that has put people in a different light today.
Right.
Where they were working status quo every single day.
Yeah.
Every day's mundane. Today is like, oh no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's play some of these games.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about it first.
Okay.
Let's talk about the games. Let's talk about the games. Tell them all about it. She has plenty of games, and then we'll do that.
Okay. I'm missing one. One that I'm missing is ladies' brunch.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the girls' night out,
Yes.
but just a little more tasteful.
Okay.
Girls' night out is a little raunchy.
I like that.
I like that.
But
we need to play that game.
So girls' night out. This is a little raunchy. Ladies' brunch. I did not bring that one. Believe it or not, somebody stole it, y'all.
Really?
So you know how like when you go out and do like vendor
opportunities, whatever.
I have these out on the table.
Yeah.
Somebody took it.
It's okay. We'll get it again.
So table talk date night.
Okay.
Right? So this is a good game for you and your partner.
Okay.
Whether you're newly dating or not.
Okay.
To get below the surface.
Ooh.
So not
We're getting deep.
Not like those.
Don't ask me no questions. The answer is I can get it.
Yes. Bullshit is just a regular card game that you can play drinking or not. Have you played bullshit?
No.
Where
I would like to drink.
Where, it's just a card game. Everybody deals the cards, and then you put the card down. If somebody puts a 5, and then everybody put down a 5, you gotta say bullshit. See who's bullshitting, who's lying.
Bullshitting, right.
If they lying, they gotta pick up the whole deck. If they're not, you do.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then if you want to add drinking, you take shots.
Okay.
So that's fun. Hot topics, which we're gonna play. So it's an adult debate team, debate game.
I like the debate.
With like double.
You definitely like the debate. She over there debating in her head what she gonna eat tonight.
Like double-edged sword kind of questions.
Okay.
Or like thought-provoking questions. Things that there's no right or wrong.
Okay.
It just kind of is based on personal preference.
Okay.
Charades after dark. Now, this is... Oh, I'm missing another one. I'm missing Truth or Dare. So I have Truth or Dare and Charades after dark.
We like Truth or Dare.
So let's see here. Charades after dark is really raunchy.
Oh, that's what does it say?
late menstrual cycle is this one that you have to act out.
Menopause.
Late.
You can be like perimenopause.
So this is a good game to play not with your family.
Not with your family.
Not with your family, with your peers. This is a good game to play with your family. So this is for ages 5 and up
Okay.
because it's all pictures.
Okay.
So if they can't read, it's still, you know,
Okay.
and it's basically
Well, we know some people that we might have to play that with.
stop it.
We know some people we have to play that with.
Oh my God.
Leave that one here.
So it's basically like this or that, right?
Okay.
And which one you like better and why, so you
Okay.
can learn.
Okay.
Get in your children's heads.
Or the other people we know. Throwing up blood.
And why.
What is this?
So they wanted to answer some of the hot topic
Let's
questions.
do it.
Play, you guys.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Who's answering first? Coco.
Oh my God. How
Wait,
did I
both of
get
y'all
that?
named Coco. If you say that, how you know who talking about?
Because she the Coco with a K and I'm the Coco with the C.
C. Got it. Okay, C and K. Got
Yes.
K Coco.
it.
Coco.
You ready?
Yes.
Coco.
A lipstick lesbian named Alice married a butch woman named Joanne. After 5 years of an almost perfect marriage, Alice would like to become Alex. This is a new revelation. Do you divorce or stay?
Get rid of her.
Well, see, no. No, if y'all
Get
love
rid
each
of her.
other, I mean, because I guess it depends on the relationship. They've been together for 5 years. If they love each other, does it matter if she's a femme or a dom?
Yes. Everybody has preference.
But is that...
Oh, my husband come home telling me he want to wear a dress. Nigga, you probably should leave. You should probably go.
That's different, though.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
No, I think that's different.
Next question. Next question. Because, okay, roll out.
I don't know. I think it's whatever your heart tells you to do.
She always says that.
Such a Pisces.
She always says that.
I'm an Aquarius.
All right. Your friend is HIV positive and is having unprotected sex with your cousin. Who has the most responsibility in this situation?
Me.
I'm telling.
I'm telling.
I'm telling.
I'm telling too.
I'm telling.
Too. First of all, if you are HIV positive, you should share your status.
You
You
should.
should also be using protection if you're not sharing your status, but you should share your status and you should let your partner know so
Yes.
they can do PrEP or something. Because there's too many people out here having
ahead
the
with
diseases and not
Infomercial.
Because y'all see all that stuff on social media. The HIV rate is so high right now.
Wow.
It's like ridiculous. So know
I'm
your
selling.
status, use protection, and be smart.
Do you know who has the highest STI rate?
Elderly's at the
Black
home.
women.
Yes, girl.
Elderly's at the home. They getting it in, baby. They like, get the geriatric. Get the geriatric booty.
It's the geriatric population.
I had a client who used to work at one of those elderly homes, and she said that they would, if they can't get it from the man, the women, they would do it to anything. Broomsticks, brushes, anything for that penetration.
Wow.
Oh, that's a lot.
I did not.
Damn, the brush got in there.
I didn't know.
I told you we weren't worried about crossing your legs up here. I told you to be real relaxed.
I can't. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, I keep telling y'all this girl's a damn fool.
Well, I didn't do anything.
What is the purpose of a prenuptial agreement for an until death partnership?
Oh, what?
Because I might not be here.
What is the purpose of a prenuptial
I
agreement
might not be here that
for
long.
an until death partnership?
Because even though it's until death, some people fuck up.
They do.
Wait a minute.
You're right.
But if you're vowing to God to stay with this person until death, why do you need a just in case?
Because sometimes people fuck up.
They do.
You know, sometimes.
Okay, wrong answer.
I am done. I didn't do this one. That was her. I was minding my
Sometimes you
business.
stay for the fuck ups, but sometimes you gotta go.
Yay. Sometimes.
Oh, my
like
goodness.
it's
I gotta go. I gotta leave. Please don't make it hard for me.
Okay. What would you do if you found out today that you were abducted at 2 days old and the parents you know are not your biological parents?
I would go and see if the other ones are rich. And if they are, I'm going over there.
If you found out today.
Yes, I'd be like, oh, let me see if they rich because maybe I always felt like I was in the wrong family.
He's like, I was right.
This is making sense now.
Premonitions were right.
Making sense.
So it sounds like you would be happy about it.
Yeah.
I would probably cry for days.
Yeah.
Oh, you such a wuss.
For days. It would affect me so bad.
I would have so many questions. I would just have 1,000 questions.
It would affect me so bad. I would too. It would
I
affect
would
me
have
so bad.
1,000 questions.
Because I would question everything in my life.
Yeah, everything. Everything.
Okay. Are they rich?
Your foundation is crumbled.
Yeah.
No, the foundation's still there. They taught me some things, and now they're about to teach me some things.
So let me tell you. So because this kind of reminds me. So you do know that children of a divorce are like really need therapy.
They do.
Because their foundation
It's crumbled.
Right.
crumbles.
Yes, that is
believe
true.
that.
Crumbles.
That is true.
And so it's better for them to grow up with their parents co-parenting than grow up in a marital situation and then they divorce.
And then yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so it's better for us to have baby mothers and baby daddies?
No, I didn't say that. No.
B-A-B-Y-B-A.
No.
This goes out to all my baby mamas.
No.
This could go left. You
I
can't
know,
play with
this
us.
is left.
You can't play with us. We not.
Oh my
we not back
gosh.
to sight. You already diagnosed us anyway. I want to know my diagnosis before you get up out of here.
Is there a statute of limitation when it comes to dating your friend's ex? If so,
Never.
If so, how long?
Never.
Okay, so y'all agree on that.
Yes,
I do.
never.
I
don't play in the field.
And I don't play in the field. And it's like, I don't want you to know what I had, and I don't want to know what you had. Like, that's like weird
That's
to me.
nasty.
But a lot of women do it. It's very common. It's happened to me before. Somebody dated my ex.
Well, let's stay off of that. People, don't beat her up in the streets.
They know they can't beat me up.
She's like, shit, try me.
Lord knuckles. Lord knuckles, you know.
I think it's very tacky.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It's like, were we ever friends?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
that's weird.
yeah, and then like, yeah, I think it's weird. I think it's like
I think you struck a chord.
I just wouldn't do it.
I just
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I just wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I don't want to share it.
Yeah, I don't want to share.
I don't want to share it.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
I'm
are we
good.
going to talk about it now?
Yeah,
How was it?
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
You should do that, and you should definitely not talk to your friends about how.
Oh, never.
How your sex life is.
Never.
That's an absolute.
Never.
Y'all hear that?
It's horrible.
No.
It is.
Do it.
Hey,
Don't
look
do
at
it.
look
Don't
at
do
camera
it.
number 1 and 2. It's horrible.
I hate every moment of it.
Yeah,
It's like this big.
it's like sandpaper.
Yeah, because you know.
10 out of 10.
Don't recommend.
That's a carrot for some
Give me
people.
some.
Oh my goodness. That is a carrot for some people.
Oh, okay.
It is. It is.
What?
It is what it is. I don't know. It's not a carrot for me, but it's a carrot
Right,
for some
some
people.
people.
It
Yeah.
is- I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Weirdos.
It's like that
Weirdo.
curiosity killed the cat.
See,
Oh, so it is? Maybe I should
Yeah.
try it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
y'all hear
weirdos.
that, ladies?
It's actually common. Please don't do it.
Please keep
10
it to
out of
yourself.
10,
If
don't
it's good,
recommend.
go in the mirror and talk to yourself and be like, he was so good last night, but don't tell your friend.
No, don't
Don't
tell nobody.
tell your friend. Don't
Let
tell
it
your
go.
friend. Okay, last question.
I
All
want
right.
to have more questions.
We can't be here all night. Somebody gotta eat.
Oh, yeah.
What time period of waiting to have sex separates a hoe from a wife?
I don't know.
Why he say, He like,
Maybe Bishop should tell us. Bishop, tell us what's the time. Bishop is our
From a
producer.
man's perspective.
Come on, Bishop, tell us. A hoe from a wife. What's the time period?
Well, definitely not one. Well, like maybe like a day, cause like
a
A
day.
I feel like when it's too quick, it's like, oh yeah, she's just too.
She easy.
So a day is not too quick?
A day is way too quick. That's
Oh, okay,
okay,
way
okay.
too quick.
So you think fucking on the first night is too
yeah,
quick?
it's like that's not your wife. Like, and that's why I also tell my bros like I'm like meeting a girl in a party is definitely not your wife.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's like y'all both came here with the wrong intentions anyway.
Right.
Like, nobody came here like
But what if you both just want to fuck?
Oh no, that's fine.
But that's not your
wife.
Is,
Right.
is that your potential
Right.
spouse?
Oh, that's cool.
Right. If you,
Right. That's cool. You want to be a hoe, you can be a hoe. But I'm just saying, like, yo, what?
Well, I met my husband on the baby owl at the Giant.
I love that. Well, why were you in the baby owl?
Oh, I worked there.
Oh, okay. I'm like, were you pregnant? Okay.
Okay, so I want to say it again. I think you should just go with your heart.
Your heart be-
says the same
Your heart will deceive you so many times. I'll
But
tell you that one.
like, you know, some people like 90 days and stuff like that. I don't know what the limit is because I do think sometimes it can be too soon.
Yeah.
But then, you know, then you hold out and then it's like not fast enough.
I'm out of this conversation. I'm
I
out of this
I
conversation.
found out that Chanel's the number one prude and I'm number two. So we pretend like we all these things, but we are not. We found
I ain't never said I was those things.
Well, you know what I mean, like because we're so fun and boo 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 and cute and stuff, but then it's just like
We don't do none of that. This is not that, okay? I'm
We
gonna
are ladies of the day.
day, not ladies of the night.
Yes, we are not ladies of, we are ladies of the day. That's a good question, though. I like because like so, you know, because some men be like they like hoes.
Not to marry them.
Some men will marry a hoe.
Like, you got there like, yeah.
No, but
like,
some men will marry a hoe.
Whew.
Maybe a reformed hoe.
But can you be a reformed hoe?
Yeah. You can.
So my
You
dad.
can.
So this is what
You can stop.
But my dad told me once a hoe, always a hoe. Because he said that, no, for real, my dad said that because he said he went to high school with this woman, right?
Oh, don't tell this story.
And she was a hoe, right? She was
Yeah.
a hoe in high school. This is 40 years later. He's out of high school. Him and his friends see her and their family. The only thing they can remember about her was she was
It's a hoe.
So it's like you.
But it doesn't mean that she's still a hoe.
But
she was a teenager.
But she gonna be remembered as a hoe. That's like once an addict, always an addict. Once a thief, always a thief. People always remember the bad stuff.
Yeah, but
Well,
mean
that
it's
doesn't
true.
mean it's true, though.
Doesn't mean it's true.
Well,
people
it's
can
true
be.
once-
People can change.
NA teaches you once an addict, always an addict.
Well, because so addiction is
It's different.
I mean, yeah, it's different.
But you don't think being a hoe is an addiction?
You mean if it's a sex addiction?
But you don't think being a hoe is a sex addiction?
I mean, if they have a sex addiction,
Right. Well, define hoe.
Yeah, because I'm
H-O-E. Define
if a
H-O-E.
woman constantly wants to have sex all the time, you don't think that's a form of addiction? Or even a man, because men can be hoes too.
Yeah.
I was going to flip
Yeah.
the question,
Yeah, so if a
but we
man-
hadn't gotten on the female yet.
Yeah, because if a person always wants to have sex all the time, they have sex with multiple people, you don't think that's a form of addiction?
Yeah.
It depends. It depends. There's a difference between promiscuity and a sex addiction,
Okay.
right? So there's more of a choice, lack of a choice, right? Because, even with addiction, it is truly a disease.
Yes.
It's in the DSM-5,
Yes.
right? So it is
What's the
actually...
DSM-5? Your DNA?
No, that's our diagnosing book. That's
Girl,
what we use.
Girl, where that book at? Did you bring it
I
with you
did
today?
not. I should have. I didn't know I needed it.
Well, you knew you was coming with crazy and crazy.
But yeah, so there's a difference
Okay.
between addiction versus promiscuity. Like, so,
Yeah, that's a good question. How long before is you a wife or a hoe?
You still stuck on that question?
she still has not.
It's
Did
a
you
good
answer?
question.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, answer it. What's your answer?
I swear I don't know the answer to this question.
Because Chanel's not a hoe.
I'm not a hoe.
She's
And
a
I've
lady.
never been a hoe.
She's
And
a
then I can
lady.
say that on this camera because nobody can come up and say, hey, Chanel was a hoe on such and such a day. You can't even say that about me. Boom. Pow. Pow. Nobody can come back and say, she was a hoe on this day. Nobody. Boom, pow, pow. Now you might say I was a bitch, and that's true.
A lot of
that's
people
true.
can say that about me.
Yeah.
And they definitely say it about me.
Boom, pow, pow. We got that from Cousin Lisa. Listen.
That was a really good question.
These are really good questions.
So first, please tell everybody about your podcast,
Yes.
your Instagram,
Where they can find you.
share and subscribe, and all that good stuff.
So I told y'all, I don't manage it, so I don't really know it that well, but
You don't know your handles?
I don't.
She's going to get the information, then it's going to come up on the screen
Just
at the
put
bottom.
it, let's put it down.
So then y'all be able to see it down there at the bottom of the
Right.
screen. And then y'all can go online, buy all these fun games. Because you see, this looks fun. I want to keep going. But
Hot Topics was good.
I know, but she has kids. She got to go home. Chanel got kids.
No, I'm not going home to nobody.
Oh.
They doing something else. I don't even know if I can get in the house. So I'm gonna hang with you.
I got a kid too, but my kid's not home either. So
We're going outside.
They're going out.
It is Juneteenth. We're
They're
going
going
outside.
out. They're going
Call
out.
Tiffany.
Okay.
So I can say my podcast is I'm Not Gonna Lie to You,
Yes.
Where tells the truth.
where I tell some harsh truths. The most recent one is about grooming. Yes. So listen to it. It's on Spotify, YouTube. Those are the two that it's on.
Grooming.
And then the
Grooming.
games and the books.
Some Diddy stuff going
Right.
on.
Y'all must, I can start a whole nother conversation.
Right.
I can just keep going, y'all.
And angelstouch.org.
Angels touch that one. If you're
Go to
looking
the
for a
website.
therapist, she has several therapists underneath her. She can be your therapist, or one of her other people can be your therapist if you want a male, female, or what's the one?
I don't have any males. If you are a male therapist and want a job,
She's
please
hiring.
email
And
me.
she said people's looking for black, indigenous,
People of color.
people of color, and
D-Pack.
DPAC.
No, I'm lying.
BIPOC. DPAC. What is a DPAC? A BIPOC.
So all those things. So if you need therapy, she can help you. If your therapist looking for a job, she's hiring. And I think that's everything.
This has been amazing.
It was.
Thanks for having
I
me,
know, I had
ladies.
so much
Thank
fun.
you
I'm so
for
glad we finally
coming.
were able to get you on the show.
Yes.
And we got you all comfortable on the couch.
Yes. We ain't gonna say what happened.
We ain't gonna talk about what happened earlier. We ain't even gonna
We
talk
got
about
another secret that's going to the grave. We got another secret that's
on
going with
Coco's
us.
Talk. Listen, thank you guys for tuning in as usual. Please like, share, and subscribe. And you know where to come to get your fun right here on Coco's Talk. We see you next time.
Thank you guys.